So any sinusoidal is going to have a peak value. This is a peak value and RMS value. So what is RMS value? Something we are calling at 230 volt is a RMS value. What will be its peak? The peak value of the 230 volt AC supply we are getting in our home is root 2 times RMS value, VRMS, right? So peak value will be root 2 times RMS value. So in order to define the peak value, what happened here? This is just generating the sinusoidal pulse, right? So sin TH. What about its peak value? Its peak value is defined with the help of these two. So RMS value multiplied with the square root. So what we will get? We will get this value. We will get 240 square root, right? So this is multiplied with sinusoidal supply. So this is multiplied with this sinusoidal supply. We will get the sinusoidal supply having a peak value 240 into root 2. So 240 is the RMS value. 240 is a RMS value. 240 is a RMS value. So we have to make this kind of modification, right? So 240 volt RMS is converted into sinusoidal. So we are generating the blank sinusoidal with the help of voltage source oscillator having a 60 Hz frequency. With the help of this block, we are converting the sinusoidal voltages into which is having a 240 volt RMS value, right? So simple multiplication. So square root 240 multiplication will become root 240. So root 240 will be multiplied with the sinusoidal supply to get a sinusoidal voltage which is having a RMS value of 240. Its peak value will be square root of 240. Sorry. This is not correct. Just a minute. Square root is there. It will be multiplied with 240 to define a peak value. That is what it is meaning. Square root is there. It is multiplied with RMS. Square root into RMS, peak value. This peak value is multiplied with the sinusoidal. We can get the sinusoidal voltage with a specific peak value and RMS value. And we are also measuring the theta. Why we are measuring the theta here? This theta is measured in order to generate the firing pulse for the thyristor. After deducting this theta only, this theta will be compared with alpha, right? So this theta, whenever this theta is crossing the 0, we can generate the firing pulse after theta, right? So theta mean the instances. So these instances, positive half cycle, negative half cycle, these instances. So these instances are measured with the help of a theta. Then it is a very simple one. Remaining thing we already seen. How to include a voltage source, how to include the multimeter. All those things we already seen in so many examples. Only difference is here we are generating the sinusoidal supply. I mean the source with help of earlier we used a default source, but in this case we are using a separate source. I mean the voltage is controlled externally. We are generating the voltage with the help of this voltage source oscillator block, having a frequency of 60 Hz, particular RMS value 240 kV, 60 Hz, right? And also we are detecting the zero crossing, because what I told, in zero crossing only after 5 degree, I mean firing pulse is 5 degree, then this is the output. If firing pulse is 30 degree, this is the output. You know, by seeing the waveform, zero crossing and all, you can able to understand, but the system can understand only with the help of references. That is what we are generating the theta here. Theta is generated. The same theta will be compared with the sample and hold circuit. So sample and hold circuit getting a two input. One is the theta, another one alpha. Based on this theta and alpha setting, it is generating the firing pulse, right? So the generated firing pulse will be applied to this thyristor, so that it will become forward bias and acting as a switch to connect the input source to output load. This is a very simple thing, easy to understand the concept.